Welcome back. It's been a busy night on the phones here with a good response from viewers on most of our cases. In fact, we've had 100 calls on one of our photocall cases in particular, so it's with photocall that we'll start. Nick.
What's been the response, David?
Well, a mixed response, Nick. Some poor, some very good. First of all, we were looking for that Beaconsfield duo who'd tried to obtain some travellers' checks. Well, we've had 17 calls on then, giving us a possible address in the High Wycombe area.
Right, that was both between Beaconsfield and Hertfordshire that was linked.
Yes.
What about Richard Dennick? He was the murderer who's escaped from Lewes Jail.
Well, we've had a dozen calls on him, sightings in Devon, and a couple of other leads through newspapers that might tie in with giving us a fix on where he is now.
OK, the two armed robbers then in Kingston and Surrey?
Yes, we've had 9 calls here and a similar number to New Scotland Yard, to the flying squad. We've had the same pair of names from 2 different callers, which is hopefully too much of a coincidence to be untrue.
Golf 010 Whiskey was the registration number of a helicopter you've been trying to find.
Yes, that bug-eyed helicopter. Well, we've had 100 calls here to the studio and over 50 to Aberdeen as well. Numerous sightings of where that helicopter has been, including a couple possibly in Miami where it was an exhibition. And we've also had sightings of Paul Bennett as well, so hopefully we may be able to track him down.
What about the gem thieves? Stole some jewellery from Christchurch?
Yes, this was the couple who were either Asian or Arabic. Well, we've had numerous calls, including a possible address in the East London area, and other possible sightings and similar kinds of offences, including Huddersfield, London, Dorset, etc.
Paul Cook. Police wanted to interview this man, no relation to Sue, I hasten to say.
Yes, a lot of people who say they've done business with Paul Cook. He's allegedly hired a car from someone, further business details, even someone who claims that Cook was his best man, and when they last saw him recently said, "It'll be all right in October because I'm going to America."
What about the man who raided that building society in East London, was wearing sunglasses and caught by the security camera?
Yes, an amazing picture. Sadly, only 2 calls, a very poor response, and they're not very promising. So anybody who thinks they know that man, still call us now, please.
And the Bryans family, the father, mother and daughter?
Yes, numerous calls on them, including a regular pub that they might be using. We've even had a call from somebody who thinks that they're neighbours of the Bryans and tell us that the Bryans have gone on holiday. And coincidentally, a security guard from Gatwick called and said he thinks he saw them in the last couple of days going through.
A lot of calls to check up on. David, thank you. Sue.
And we also asked for your help to find whoever murdered 18-year-old Michelle Waring after she left Scott's Disco in Wigan in the small hours of Saturday, September the 9th and Sunday the 10th. Police needed to know exactly what happened to Michelle after she set off for home a mile and a half away from Scott's. Mr. Smith, what sort of response have you had?
Well, quite a good response, about 60 telephone calls at the present time.
Quite sympathetic, but no strong leads yet?
No strong leads, quite a cross-section and a variety of different types of information.
The most important person you needed to trace was the man seen by the railings at the exit of the car park.
Certainly,
any news on him?
Certainly, he was overlooking the scene when Michelle Waring was found. We have no definite lead on him yet, and I again appeal to him to come forward, contact us, or if anyone knows his identity, to get in touch straight away.
He was at that time at that place. Has anybody phoned in to say that they were one of the couples arguing?
No, not at the present time.
Again, that's something we need to know. So we need anybody who saw Michelle. We still need calls.
That's correct. After 1:10 a.m. on Sunday morning, the 10th of September, to contact us as soon as possible, please, yes.
And there is a reward of £5,000 offered by the Greater Manchester Police Authority, which is unique in this case.
That is correct, yes.
Mr. Smith, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now to that alarming raid on a travel agency in Newcastle upon Tyne. A highly excitable gang burst into the building, causing terror to staff and to customers.
Right, go for it! Get down, get down! Get down on the floor, get down!
Fred Stevenson, you've had a pretty busy evening, haven't you?
Yes, indeed, yes. The phones never stop ringing, especially in Newcastle.
Now, what have you got that's interesting?
Well, you know, it's very important that we trace the whereabouts of the 4x4 Sierra.
That was the getaway car.
That's right.
Critical to
Indeed.
this inquiry.
Well, what we have is a telephone call from Carlisle describing the original theft.
Now, we know it was stolen from Carlisle.
That's right, indeed, and certainly the caller is genuine, and if the information that has been given to us is genuine, then it could well lead to the original thieves, which is, of course, leads on to the next step and the next step, which is very exciting for us.
Good. I know you've also had some names offered, some of which are already known to you.
That's right, yes. We've had a number of well-known offenders mentioned, and we will follow every one of those up, of course.
Okay, anything else of great importance?
Nothing of great importance, but a number of suggestions where the bags may have come from.
Right.
And we're hopeful for that as well.
Those are bags left behind at the scene. Okay,
But by far the best one is the one from Carlisle.
Okay, thanks very much. Sue?
Somebody asked me just...
Well, we also appealed for your help to find the man who police believe is responsible for at least 8 attacks on women in prosperous areas of London. Our reconstruction showed how he tricked his way into one flat in Barnes, southwest London.
Yeah?
I live in the flat upstairs and I've got a leak. Have you got the bucket I could borrow?
Yeah, sure, I'll have a look. Is this size okay? Hey, what are you...
Well, first of all, Mr. Shorter, any sightings of this man?
There's been numerous sightings, especially in the areas that have been mentioned in the programme, Gloucester Road, Edgware Road and places like that.
So you've had a lot of calls.
Over 100.
Anybody recognises that particular description, if we can see him again?
Yes, we've had quite a few calls with and without the moustache, and from police officers and even prison wardens who think they might know him.
Right, and the French accent means you think he could be North African or French Moroccan or Algerian, perhaps?
Yes, could be.
What about the Rolex watches? Any information on those? Because they're quite distinctive.
They are indeed. Various people have rang in to say they've been offered watches, and we'll contact them in the very near future.
Right, and the Mappin and Webb watch? Somebody needed to know what the serial number was, so
yes,
we can see that.
and that's
a bit.
going to be displayed, I understand.
OK, it's 192148884. All the lines, I gather, are jammed at the incident room.
They are, and if they can't get through, please keep trying. If not, any police station, and just mention the Barnes incident.
Right. Mr. Shorter, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, now to incident desk. Actually, there's been quite disappointing number of calls coming in on many of these appeals. David, what's been happening?
Well, first of all, can we just go back to protocol, Nick, and Paul Bennett? We've had quite a few sightings of him. We didn't show him earlier, but if somebody's watching and knows where he is now, still call us, because we'd
Several
like to
people
locate
think
him.
they know where he is. Need to be checked up, of course.
Yes, sorry.
On incident desk, the Elizabeth McCormack murder.
Yes, an absolutely tragic case, atrocious case, a very poor response, only 4 calls. What we need is to trace an Asian man who was seen near Elizabeth's home on the 19th of September when she was murdered.
He seemed to be covered in blood as he was walking down the
That's
street.
right, yes, blood on his clothing. Also, of course, anybody who thinks they saw Elizabeth McCormack as she was making her way home that evening. She was very distinctive in a bright pink cerise skirt and white blouse.
OK, we really want to get more on that. On the Manor House robbery, I know just very, very briefly, you've had quite a number of calls. Anything in particular?
Yes, mostly concerning people having been offered stamps that were stolen. Remember, there was a range of valuable stamps. And we've also had a couple of names suggested that time with the Lincolnshire and also with the Avon and Somerset area. We've also had a name suggested for the guy who was guarding one of the victims, who we thought was a Marine.
OK, thanks very much. Sue?
Well, that's it for tonight. The lines here to the studio are still open. They close at midnight, and all the relevant police numbers will be on your screen in a moment. If you'd like to write to us, the address is Crimewatch UK, BBC Television, London W12 7RJ. I'll be back in this studio on Daytime Live after midday tomorrow, when you can find out all the latest news on what's been happening as a result of tonight's calls here.
And Crimewatch will be back a month from now, by which time, with luck and your help, many of the crimes that we've been looking at tonight will be well on the way to being solved. So don't have nightmares, do sleep well. Good night.
Good night.